Unleash tariffs. Trump's Scotland deal reshapes global trade. The halls of President Donald Trump as Turnberry, Golf Resort in Scotland, just witnessed a seismic shift in global trade. After dozens of hours of sometimes bewildering negotiations, the United States and the European Union have struck a deal, averting the looming August 1st threat of punitive 30% tariffs on European exports. But this pact, sealed between President Trump and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, has left a trail of clear winners and losers on both sides of the Atlantic. For President Trump and the U.S. administration, it's a declared triumph, hailed by Trump himself as the biggest deal ever made. This agreement is projected to rake in approximately $90 billion in tariff revenue for U.S. coffers. His personal involvement, described as pushing them over the line, is being showcased as a testament to his deal-making prowess. The U.S. energy sector is celebrating a massive win. The EU has committed to purchasing an astounding $750 billion worth of U.S. energy products, including liquefied natural gas, oil, and nuclear fuels. This move deepens European energy security ties with the U.S., especially as Europe distances itself from Russian imports. The EU also pledged an additional $600 billion in U.S. investments, a portion earmarked for American military equipment. In a rare concession, the aviation industry on both continents will enjoy friction-free trade, with aircraft and plane parts facing zero tariffs. This is a boon for manufacturers in two of the world's largest trading blocs. Certain chemicals and some agricultural products also fall under this zero-tariff umbrella. U.S. car makers could also see a boost, as the EU has reduced its tariff on U.S.-made cars from 10% to 2.5%, potentially increasing American car sales in Europe. The financial markets have reacted positively, with stock markets in Asia and Europe rising after the news, signaling welcomed certainty for investors. However, the mood in the European Union is far from celebratory. Many member states view this as an unbalanced compromise, favoring the U.S. French Prime Minister François Bayrou starkly called it a dark day when an alliance of free peoples resigns itself to submission. The bitter truth for most European products is a new 15% tariff when imported into the U.S., significantly higher than pre-Trump rates and less favorable than the UK's 10% rate. Analysts like Capital Economics predict a 0.5% knock to the EU's GDP. This agreement has also exposed divisions within the bloc. While some cautiously welcomed the deal, others were openly critical, highlighting the varied interests and reliance on U.S. exports among member states. German car makers, despite a reduction from the 27.5% tariff imposed in April to the new 15% rate, are still facing billions in annual costs. According to the German car-making trade body, VDA, cars remain a top EU export to the U.S., with Germany as the largest manufacturer. The EU's steel and aluminum sectors continue to face a steep 50% tariff when sold into the U.S., a significant obstacle to trade. The pharmaceutical industry in Europe is grappling with confusion and disappointment. While Trump initially suggested pharmaceuticals weren't covered, both von der Leyen and a White House source confirmed their inclusion, shattering hopes for a total exemption. Ireland, with its robust pharmaceutical sector, has voiced particular concern over this uncertainty. Finally, U.S. consumers may bear the brunt of these new tariffs. As taxes on imported goods, companies often pass some or all of the extra cost on to customers, potentially leading to an increased cost of living. In essence, while a full-scale trade war was averted, the terms of this agreement are seen by many in Europe as a costly and unbalanced compromise, facing sluggish economic growth and concerns about its security reliance on the U.S. The EU chose stability over total unpredictability. For the U.S., especially the Trump administration, it's unequivocally presented as a monumental victory that promises to reshape global trade relations for years to come. Money